Hi guys, it's Liliana the Magnificent and welcome back to my city, Dukes of Honey. I am going to share my first thoughts of the St. Patrick's Day event and also minigame in this video. I am by absolutely no means an expert and I've only been playing the event one day, but hopefully some of the tips and tricks and also mistakes that I've made can be kind of helpful for everybody. This is a really time-consuming event, so I wanted to get this out as quickly as possible. I do want to also kind of thank CY and Almea and Griff. They do a lot in kind of shaping my thoughts in this video, and they are fantastic in Griff gets out the quest, but then CY and Almea have such good strategy. So you guys, without you, I wouldn't even be able to have this information either. So thank you. So first things first, the main kind of currency for this event is the pots of gold. I highly suggest that you guys start in on this main quest line as fast as you can. What we do in Guild is we actually have, and I will show this, we have a thread that we post every single one of the quests in order so that we can prepare for them. These quests are also available on the FoE wiki for the event, but in order to just make it a little bit easier for us, we have it in Guild always available to us, but it can absolutely be, on your browser through wiki open. But as you can see, Griff has posted all of the quests in order, so this is really helpful when you're preparing your city. When is a good time to collect? When is a good time to aid? When is a good time to visit taverns? Things like that. So super helpful. Have that available. It just helps you prepare. Along with the events, so like I said, you're earning these pots of gold. Some of the various events, tips and tricks that I can give are there are incidences around your city that will have pots of gold in them, so be on the lookout for them. I've only seen 2 in my cities each, but they are there. Along with that, antique dealer. Always have some antiques ready to be collected within your antique dealer. So as you can see, I've got these 4 and they're just sitting and waiting to be collected for when an event shows up. So have those ready. When you need to spend forge points, as you always will, either what I will do is prep one of my great buildings that I'm going to be putting in a 1.85 or 1.9 thread later. I'll start just putting some of my forge point packets from my inventory on them. So just preparing a building. I'll also go into our 1.9 thread and I'll take people's buildings from that just to help spend those forge points. I'll also go looking in my friends list and also my hood list to try and look for dropping some forge points there as well. Also, if you have a daily partner, that's when you start putting forge points on them. So I will try to bank those as well up here for when I will need them. Your CF cycling, or even you don't need a CF, but you can still cycle. You can get goods, supplies, and coins from the Rally and Fonord and the Unbirthday quest lines here. So you can just, they're the recurring quests. You can just abort and cycle through, and you can kind of gain those that way when you're in a pinch. Like I said, with collecting your city and also aiding and visiting taverns, be really strategic about it. My cities get kind of haphazard during events because I'm collecting as I need them for events. So be kind of mindful of that, especially if you're one to get plundered. Make sure you're collecting your plunderable buildings right away, and the ones that have stars are safe to kind of sit around. So don't worry there. Just kind of peeking on my list, you guys, I've got a long one on here. Last thing, loop trades. So oftentimes you'll need to either generate goods or get them through trade events for a lot of quest lines. And what we do is we do loop trades. So I'll kind of show you what I mean. But what you'll do is we're just gonna go here. It's been for modern era, it's been 168, so you half that and you put in 84. You create the offer and then you just flip-flop them. So then it's going to be lumber and we're going to put in marble here. And you create it. And then you're going to post both of these into your goods thread, goods trade thread within your guild. So then somebody will pick them up. I always try to go within a lower era good just so that anybody can pick it up, not just the high. So if I just put modern out, I'm really kind of limiting who can take these within my guild. So I try to do a couple errors lower just so that anybody can pick up these loop trades when I need them. Normally they get picked up fast, so it's pretty easy for those quests. Let's see. The event building that you are aiming for is right here. It is a set of 5 plus 5 upgrades. So in total, you are going to need 10 to complete this Celtic Forest in all. You get 3 parts of this through this main quest line. Everything else comes from this mini game. So let me make sure that I've covered everything before we pop right in. Oh, one thing with these pots of gold, start in on the mini game immediately. This is a quest or a mini game event like no other. Normally I stockpile all of my gold until the way end and then I'll go in. That's not what you can do with this quest line. You need to, with this event, get in right away and start in. You cannot wait. It's all about time management, and this is very time consuming. So let me go in on this. Let's see. So the first thing you're going to do is you have 5 kind of supply buildings is what I say. You've got your hat, your flour, your cake, your drinks, and then you get your fireworks. As you can see, all these kind of little dots, they're filtering into this stockpile here. Then you have your ship, and it's transporting them to this festival manager, and he is converting them into shamrocks then. So with that, you need to have a really nice kind of balance, and right now mine is kind of not. I'm working on trying to get this guy pumping out more right now, and that was my mistake. It's really important to kind of level these together to keep them balanced. It's just something that I've learned. So really try to, as you're upgrading these, try to do them together. It keeps it a lot easier. So for gold coins, you're going to use these to purchase automatic managers. So that is something that you're going to want to get right away. You need to at least get a level 1 of each one of these managers because they will automatically then create and pump them without you have to press and collect all of these, and it is just way too time consuming. So get it on to automatic as fast as you can. However, after that, do not upgrade these managers unless a task up here asks for it. You are going to need, as you see, 38 tasks per town. You can move on before then. I personally, as a choice for me, am deciding to stay within the city until I get all 38 because there is kind of a rationale as to that. But like I said, do not start spending all of your pots of gold to upgrade all of these like I have stopped. And this is where it is ending because these are the last 3 that I need to get 38 out of 38 tasks. And I am not upgrading any more of them because if you peek right here, and I'm actually going to exit out really quick, you guys, just to give my computer a sec because that animation is... my computer's not able to keep up with it. I'm sorry. It's getting kind of hot, and I don't know if you can hear the fan going. But you need those pots of gold. When you move on to the next city, there are 6 chests that you can choose from. You need to be able to have enough gold to collect all 6 chests, which in total is 1,900 coins that you're going to need in total. And once you collect all 6, only then can you get another piece of that set building, that Celtic Forest. So start baking them, and I highly recommend not necessarily moving on to your next city unless you have that 1,900 banked. Granted, I haven't moved on yet. I don't know if you can ever see those same 6 chests again and you can add to them or not, but I've been told from my guild mates that you need to open all 6 in order to get that piece. So I'm kind of waiting. I'm going to collect more within my city before I move on. So I'm going to aim for that 1,900. Let's see. Oh, I'm just looking at everything, you guys. Once you move on to the next city, you cannot go back. So make sure you finish up everything here because once you move on, it's done. Right, let's see. I'm just going to exit out of again. Oh, no, I'm not, because there's something on top. So this is absolutely different than any of the other quest line events that we've had in the past. This main kind of selection kit is coming around every 3 in this grand prize instead of every other. So in the past, we've seen it come around every other. You see this guy? Right now it's every 3. So you really have to be strategic on when you move on, because having that 38 quest tasks right here allows you to get kind of the farthest you can to getting that before moving on. Also within this, it is really nice. There's this max kind of button. So if you click it, you can see that right now I can max upgrade this building 4 times. I could max upgrade my ship 8 times, or any of these. It kind of shows you what you can do automatically, and it purchases them all at once versus one at a time. So I'm actually gonna go after this one because like I said, I'm trying to get this guy up. He's so close. He's only 3 away from being, hopefully it turns into a queue. I would love that, but we'll see. Also be mindful, this time skip, I'm not going to use it because I don't want to spend diamonds, but it does give you an idea of your output. So it shows me that within 2 hours, my output is going to be about 622 trillion. So that's just really helpful as you're kind of looking at how your city is generating its goods. I'm going to exit out again, you guys. My computer's just not happy with me with that animation. Let's see. Okay, so back to those tasks. Oh, I'm going to go in really fast. I'm being strategic. So these tasks right here is what I'm talking about. You're going to need, this is all to Almea. Thank you for your math, my dear. You need 175 tasks to complete in order to get all 10 upgrades to that building set. So like I said, you need 5 base, but then you also need 5 upgrades. So 175 tasks needed for all 10. If you average that over the time span of the event, you can essentially spend about 4 days per city, and you need to complete 4 cities plus 23 tasks of a 5th city. So you really got to move in this event to get all of those pieces. Let's see. I think that is everything that I have on my notes right now, but let me kind of show you. My other town is a little bit more put together. Granted, it is lower, and I'm not so stressed in that town because it is my city. It's kind of like a town because it's a baby right now. But I'm not so stressed in this one just because it is my secondary city, and I'm using this one more so as a teaching tool. Oh, but let's quick empty my tavern just because I want to make sure. Okay, there we go. Sorry. So as you can see, my output is a lot less here, but I have a lot more kind of even. So I have both of these kind of being even, at least purchase-wise. And then and this might be wrong, I don't know, but it's just the way I've been doing it, is I've been purchasing these all to kind of match. I normally don't go after this one too incredibly much, but as you can see, my drinks factory I have to get to collect. It's pretty high. This one is the cake. I believe I can get the cake. Let's see. Oh, I can. Look at that, you guys. Okay, so I collected that one. And then, oh, yay, hat upgrade. Okay, that's not too bad. And let's see. Oh, this one I can do too. Look at that. Yay. Okay, so that's really helpful, but that's kind of how the max one is in general. But you can see I've been really trying to keep these balanced in how I'm buying them just because it is so expensive otherwise. And it's been really helpful because I'm already in the trillions here, you guys. Like in the other one, I'm kind of like struggling. And yeah, so I've learned from my ways. Try to keep a balance. I think that is everything for now. As I get more and more used to this, I will give an update, but hopefully this is really helpful for you guys. Like I said, there's other videos that Forge of Empires have been putting out, and also Wiki on the event is very helpful as well. So, bye you guys. Thanks for watching.